worn this pack for 2 years. It's made by the Outdoorsmans. They make basically two types of pack: Outdoorsman's Optics Hunter and the Outdoorsman's Optics Hunter, or the Outdoorsman's Long Range, which is essentially the Optics Hunter with extended storage in the middle compartment. This is the long range version. They have since, this is the, I guess, older model. They have since updated, just recently, like within the last month, come out with their new pack. This pack was given to me by the guys at the Outdoorsmans. I want to be transparent in all of this. The one thing this pack is freaking durable. It is tough. I've abused the hell out of it. Look at this thing and see. I mean, I haven't even washed the mud off there. I've just abused it. It's gone on the front of my quad, back of my truck. Anyway, the one thing you'll notice with this pack right off the bat is it has an external frame. That's kind of the signature. It's something that's more, it's less common than not nowadays. Everything's kind of gone to an external or an internal frame. Designed in my mind for a guy that has the intent of, is a heavy glasser. That's, I mean, Optics Hunter pack. Outdoorsmans, that's what they do, is they make, you know, and sell binoculars, and they make tripods and adapters, and obviously a pack for their system. And I believe this frame has a lifetime guarantee, the actual frame, external frame here. But I actually, during season 1, and I about killed myself because I stuck my throttle on my quad with my thumb, and this frame right here took the brunt of it on the T-post. And it actually wasn't the T-post, it's corner post. And didn't bend the fence, didn't break the frame. Scared the hell out of me. I didn't put my 15s in there, and the reason being is I put them in here because so I could put them in there, put them in the second pocket down, so I could put them in the case. So I believe that's where a lot of guys are putting their 15s. This pocket design is different on the new one. You got a little hole right there. That was from a fire. One day when I was trying to keep warm glassing. So I mean, that was obviously not the pack's fault. I haven't had any zipper problems at all with this. My tripod adapters up here. I got a headlamp up here. But I just wanted to show you mine. Okay, so and this is kind of what I keep in it. This is the kind of the storage in here, and this comes out. It actually zips this extra top layer here. You can unzip this right here, and this storage comes out up here. That's the long range version. Carry my dual spotters in this nice backpack of my daughter's. Here is the Outdoorsman's tripod. I carry that one right now. It just depends, but I carry that one, and then I carry another one, slick tripod. And then in this pocket here, I keep my kind of like my extra gear, you know, extra release, some dental floss in case I got to do some serving. There's some fire starter, my knives, my gloves. I keep that all in there. And then there's another long pocket on this side, which I keep my food in. I don't run a bladder bag. From my experience, bladder bags have always leaked and they get popped. But I throw my bottles of water in there. If I need to throw any extra bottles, I throw them in the top. That's just me. I just don't run a bladder bag. See, it's got a bottle carrier here. I've used that a couple times. This bag right here detaches from the frame. There's little slots here. Pull this whole bag off, and it's got straps on, so if you got somebody else that can hook it to their bag, if you need to pack out a head or meat or whatever, you can separate it if you want to. I've done it both ways, carried stuff on that and carried stuff in this. Cordura material, the pack that I have, they do have another material or two that they sell. This Cordura material, I think that's how you say it. Is that how you say it? Yeah, it is a little bit noisier, but you know, when I'm going in on a bow hunt on a stalk, I'm not putting my pack on or having my pack on. I'm ditching my pack. The only noise that I found with this is right here where this strap rubs when I first had it, if I didn't have it adjusted or tweaked right, it would go. It probably took a couple weeks of wearing it and adjusting it and moving it around, and then it went away. This whole last year, there was no noise other than the Cordura material. Let's come over here. Yeah. Here we go. We're gonna put the pack on. Remember, I got 2 spotters in here, a tripod, and 15s. So that's normal weight. Things that I found with this pack when I originally put it on, and it's probably with any pack, but especially since it's got an external frame, is the straps. I needed to adjust the straps. I mean, you know, I wear a double XL shirt, and some guys wear medium, some guys wear small, some guys wear large, extra large. There's a reason why you wear different shirts, and there's a reason why when you put in a pack or put on a pack that you know, you need to adjust it, and not just adjust it here and here, but adjust it on this frame. And the reason why is when I first got in it, I was hitting my head when I was kind of trying to look up, and that's because the frame was sticking up too high. Once I got that adjusted to my right upper body size, I haven't had any problems with that. I mean, there's nothing. That goes across here. So yeah, it's a very comfortable pack. I packed out a bunch of stuff with this. Elk, deer, sheep. One of the videos, Hunt for More, season 1, where I shoot a mule deer. I had my camera gear, I had my bow on here, and I had that entire buck, and he was only, you know, 3.5-year-old buck, but you know, I had his, you know, hindquarters, both hindquarters, front shoulders, back straps, neck meat, head, all on this pack because I wanted to make one trip in or one trip out. And it was heavy, but it did the job. One scenario where I had this pack probably overloaded was on a sheep hunt on Hunt for More Series 2. I had a 95mm scope. I had my big eyes, my 266s, spotters. I think I had 3 pairs of 15s in here. I think I had 2 tripods on here, and it was overloaded, and it actually was rubbing up against me, so I had to stick a pad. Once I stuck a glassing pad back there, it wasn't rubbing up against me anymore, and it was comfortable on the way out. But that was just a super, I don't even know what the weight was, but it was a heavy load. It was 2 or 3 miles, and it was in the dark, so it wasn't fun. The thing about this pack and being Cordura and being able to break it off the frame, the external frames, you can take it out and you can wash it. I'm telling you, you can beat the crap out of this pack, and that's what I love about it. It's built for the guys that are heavily into glassing and live and hunt and terrain where you know, your optics and your tripod are the #1 tactics. And of course that falls right in line with what I do. It's not waterproof, it's water resistant, I would say. I had it one time in a downpour, I mean serious downpour, and it was strapped to my quad, and I hopped in my truck and slept there, and it did get wet inside, but I mean that was like 1.5 inches, 2 inches of rain. But it was a good field test. They do sell a rain poncho or whatnot. I leave mine sometimes strapped to the bottom, and then you know, it basically waterproofs it for the most part. Right here, of course, I do it a lot nicer than this, and most of the time, unless I see something big and get excited. But I'll wear it around with that on when it's raining. I did just break the clip the other day. I think I slammed it in the car door. But the one good thing about Cody and the guys at the Outdoorsmans, you call them up, you email them or whatever, they're gonna get you the parts, they're gonna walk you through it. You know, I can see where I worn that a little bit. Now mind you, keep in mind, 2 full years, no other pack. I haven't put a bivy sack in here. The only times I've slept out with this pack, it wasn't temperatures where I needed it. So I just slept on the ground. That's it. That's the Outdoorsmans Pack. Links to product descriptions below or hit that little tab button over here or over here on mobile. All the other videos, I think they'll either pop up here in a tag or up here if you want to watch the seasons with me actually wearing this crap, and you can see that I'm not just making this stuff up, and I actually hunt a crap load.